Hello everyone. This is Morgan East-West from Isabella. I am going to show you the top 10 movies that you must watch before you die. Yes, top 10 movies. Before I start, please click the subscribe button. Number 1. The Shawshank Redemption. In 1994, two imprisoned men bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventual redemption through acts of common decency. Who'd have thought a story by Stephen King, moreover a short story, would do so well both commercially and critically? Well, this is what you get when you get Frank Darabont to direct a movie with Morgan Freeman in it.
Andy came to Shawshank Prison in 1947. Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You can fit right in. I must admit, I didn't think much of Andy first time I laid eyes on him. He had a quiet way about him. A walk and a talk that just wasn't normal around here.
There are places in the world that aren't made out of stone. There's something inside they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing.
Damn it, new friend, you're putting me behind.
Hope can drive a man insane.
You better be sick or dead in there, I kid you not.
I better get used to that idea.
Oh, my holy God. I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's damn right.
Number 2. Good Will Hunting. In 1997, Will Hunting, a janitor at MIT, has a gift for mathematics, but needs help from a psychologist to find direction in his life. Biased here. Not everybody loves this movie, but it's on the top of my watch list purely because of the rawness and emotion of the scenes with long strips of conversation.
Is the person who cleans
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's screenwriting debut, which they co-won an Oscar for.
I just need the name of this guy who works in my
If only Titanic did not completely eclipse this movie in 1997, this movie would have won much more than the 4 Academy Awards than it did.
Over this rap sheet of yours: assault, theft, resisting.
I've spoken to the judge, and he's agreed to release you under my supervision.
Really?
You have to meet with a therapist every week.
That's pretty good.
For the first time in his life, he's about to meet his match.
How many shrinks you go to before me?
5. This boy's genius is unparalleled. I need someone who can get through to him.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped. Let's let the healing begin. I went on a date last week. Going out again? I don't know. This girl's like, beautiful. She's smart. She's fun. She's like perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that. Maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that. Have you talked to him at all about his future? Give him time to figure out what he wants.
This boy has that gift. Can you imagine if Einstein would have given that up just to get drunk with his buddies every night?
Some people can never believe in themselves.
I can't learn anything from you unless you want to talk about you.
Until someone believes in them.
You can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing.
And you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. I'd do anything to have what you got.
And some never know how much they can have.
I love you.
Until they discover how much they can give. Academy Award winner Robin Williams, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Stellan Skarsgård, and Minnie Driver.
Number 3.
Like a chocolate?
Forrest Gump. In 1994, the presidencies of Kennedy and Johnson, the events of Vietnam, Watergate and other historical events unfold through the perspective of an Alabama man with an IQ of 75, whose only desire is to be reunited with his childhood sweetheart. I don't have to elaborate, do I?
Stupid does. I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump.
She was my most special friend. My only friend.
We was together all the time. We was like peas and carrots, Jenny and I.
Hey, stupid! Run!
Now, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I can run like the wind blows.
Who in the hell is that?
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot. I never thought it would take me anywhere.
They even put me on a thing called the All-America team. Where you get to meet the President of the United States.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
I gotta pay.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
Now, maybe it's just me, but college was very confusing times.
Have you ever been with a girl, Forrest?
I sit next to them in my home economics class all the time.
Have you given any thought to your future?
Go! What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant?
You're a damn genius. You are going to be a general someday, Gov.
Yes, drill sergeant! They sending me to Vietnam.
Listen, you promised me something, okay? If you're ever in trouble, don't try to be brave. You just run, okay?
Okay.
Where you boys from in the world?
Alabama, sir.
You twins?
No, we are not relations, sir. For some reason, what I was doing seemed to make sense to people.
Forget about me and get yourself out!
Been awarded the Medal of Honor.
How come? Now, my mama was always telling me how miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so.
Jenny!
But they do. You can come home with me at my house in Greenbow. I'll take care of you.
Why are you so good to me?
You're my girl.
Paramount.
Number 4. Pulp Fiction in 1994. Okay, many people would find this movie weird because of its weird chronological sequence and generally random themes and events that don't really connect or have significance as a whole. Well, that's the point here. Narrowing down on scenes and having long conversational scenes where gangsters discuss philosophical ideas isn't what you'd usually expect of them. Not to mention Samuel Jackson's Oscar-worthy acting. Tarantino's best, the lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in 4 tales of violence and redemption.
Pride only hurts. It never helps. In the 5th, your ass goes down.
I have to say, play with matches, you get burned.
We should have shotguns for this kind of a deal.
We're in a lot of danger, aren't we?
I'm prepared to scour the earth for that moment. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Get down, get down. You got a corpse in a car, minus the head in the garage. Take me to it.
Don't you hate that?
Hate what?
Uncomfortable silences.
John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer, Maria de Medeiros, Bing Rames, Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken, and Bruce Willis.
Looking at something, friend? Ain't my friend looking.
Die, you mother!
A new film directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Number 5.
My boss were almost
American Beauty.
past these fairs.
What?
In 1999, a sexually frustrated suburban father has a midlife crisis after becoming infatuated with his daughter's best friend. Kevin Spacey's voice is probably my most favorite voice in the world.
It's a psycho next door.
He has just the right tinge of timbre in a background of this alto voice that is exceptionally soothing. The theme of this movie is not what you'd expect it to be, and the turning point appears gradually, ending off in an ultimate climax with, again, Spacey's voice as the backdrop of the finale.
You don't know, Mr. Smarty Man.
This is for your own good, boy.
Yes, sir. Don't give up on me, Dad.
Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world. I feel like I can't take it.
You know, you bring out the absolute worst in me.
Smile! You're at Mr. Smiley's.
You are so busted.
Number 6. The Usual Suspects in 1995. A sole survivor tells of the twisty events leading up to a horrific gun battle on a boat, which began when 5 criminals met at a seemingly random police lineup. Another one of Kevin Spacey's big roles during his prime of the late 90s.
Worth of dope that wasn't there.
An interesting story with a slightly predictable twist.
There's only one real suspect.
This whole thing was a shakedown. And there's no way they'd line 5 felons in the same room.
But this is not the usual crime. This is not the usual motive.
He was in the harbor killing many men.
Kaiser Soze!
He saw Kaiser Soze.
And these are not the usual suspects. Keaton.
I'm a businessman.
McManus.
There's nothing that can't be done.
Hockney.
What, do you got a team of monkeys working around the clock on this?
Fenster.
Flip you for real.
Verbal Kint.
Roger, really. People say I talk too much.
He doesn't know what you want to know. I don't think he does. Not exactly. But there's a lot more to his story, believe me.
In a world where nothing is what it seems.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled
He's here.
was convincing the world
I know he's here.
he didn't exist.
You've got to look beyond the usual suspects.
I'm smarter than you. And I'm going to find out what I want to know, whether you like it or not.
I work for Kaiser Soze. He feels you owe him. He does not expect all of you to live, but those of you who do will have $91 million.
It was Kaiser Soze, Agent Kuyan. I mean, the devil himself.
I'm telling you, it's Kaiser Soze!
There is no Kaiser Soze.
Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him. Well, I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
Number 7. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. In 2004, when their relationship turns sour, a couple undergoes a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories. I had nightmares for 3 days after watching this. Don't use that as an excuse not to watch it though.
To let people begin again.
It's excellent, really. I watched this again recently and I realized what I wrote above doesn't do much justice to the movie.
This guy.
The scenes are beautiful, the way the memories were removed were extremely well thought out, the slow fading of the details from the backgrounds were the little facts I loved about the movie. I should probably move this up to my top 5. Yes, I should.
Miss Krasinski was not happy, and she wanted to move on. My name is Joel Parrish, and I'm here to erase Clementine Krasinski.
There's an emotional core to each of our memories, and when you eradicate that core, it starts its degradation process. By the time you wake up in the morning, all the memories from targeted would have withered and disappeared, as in a dream upon waking.
This is the last time I saw you.
Too many guys think I'm a concept, or I complete them, or I'm gonna make them alive. I'm just a fucked up girl who's looking for my own peace of mind.
Look, we're calling off. Can you hear me? I don't want this anymore. I want to call it off.
I don't need nice. I don't need myself to be it, and I don't need anybody else to be it at me.
I don't know where. What do you mean? I don't know where.
Number 8. The Green Mile. In 1999, the lives of guards on death row are affected by one of their charges, a black man accused of child murder and rape, yet who has a mysterious gift, the second of Stephen King's works to make it big commercially and critically.
Sincerely repents on what he done wrong.
Frank Darabont should really be the only one allowed to make his books into movies, with the success of The Shawshank Redemption.
That'd be what heaven's like.
I just about believe that very thing.
John Coffey, you have been condemned to die in the electric chair by a jury of your peers, sentence imposed by a judge in good standing in this state. Questions?
Do you leave the light on after bedtime?
I know violent men. I deal with them day in and day out. There doesn't seem to be any real violence in him.
Until he kills a couple of little girls.
John Coffey is a murderer. I don't think he did it at all.
Take my hand, both. You see for yourself.
You're talking about a miracle.
I do not see God putting a gift like that in the hands of a man who would kill a child.
I dreamed of you. We found each other in the dark.
Like he dropped out of the sky.
Miracles are funny things. You never know when they're going to happen. And when they happen in a place like this, that's the most unbelievable miracle of all. This is the story of a miracle that happened here where I work.
Number 9. Requiem for a Dream in 2000. The drug-induced utopias of 4 Coney Island people are shattered when their addictions run deep. Officially the most disturbing movie I've ever watched. This would not have been without the excellent cinematography and lightings. Although you'd think a movie discouraging the use of drugs by showing its terrible effects would deter the individual, it made me want to try them even more.
I just wanted to be on the show.
You don't have to make anything, my sweet. You just have to love your mama.
Your father'd be so happy if he could see what you're doing for your mother. He knows what it's like for his mother living all alone.
The last but not the least, number 10.
Why? How much can you know about yourself? You never
Fight
been in a
Club
fight.
in 1999, an insomniac office worker and a devil may-care soap maker form an underground fight club that evolves into something much, much more.
I'd flip through catalogs and wonder, what kind of dining set defines me as a person? This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. I prayed for a different life.
Soap. I make and I sell soap.
And this is how I met Tyler Durden.
Come on, hit me before I lose my nerve. Ow! It hit me in the ear!
It was on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Can I be next?
We just gave it a name.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
After Fight Club, we all started seeing things differently.
You're gonna have to keep me up all night.
And she ruined everything.
You're not into her, are you?
No, God, not at all.
We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be movie gods and rock stars, but we won't.
He had a plan. To what purpose? In Tyler we trusted.
I gotta take Fight Club up a notch. Each one of you has a homework assignment. You're gonna start a fight with a total stranger.
That's not necessary.
And you're gonna lose.
That hurt.
You were looking for a way to change your life. You got it.
I'm stopping this.
It's already done, so shut up.
What kind of sick game are you playing?
Oh my God.
Where is my mind? Where is my... This is too much!
In the end,